Blakk Rasta. I want to say thank you so much. Kojo Anokye Kankam is in the house. He is the founder of the BPP, the Black Progressive Party, and he's also a policy advisor. We are about to put him on the stove. Oh yes. Kojo Anokye Kankam is in the house. Kojo, how are you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much. Please kindly pull the microphone closer to you so we can hear you louder.
Good.
Now, over 1 million people are watching you right now. The whole world is watching you on this show. I want to say thank you so much for, allowing us to talk to you.
Thank you.
All right. So you're a policy advisor, right?
Yeah, Black Progressive Party.
Black Progressive Party. And you want to be president of Ghana?
No. I'm just policy advisor to the party.
Policy advisor of the party.
Yeah.
So who is the presidential candidate of the party?
Well, right now, we couldn't file for presidency, so it's running as parliamentarian.
Oh.
At, I think Upper East.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is
Upper West.
Yeah, Upper West. Yeah, his name is Rashid Said.
Rashid Said.
Yeah.
And you are the policy advisor.
The policy advisor.
What do you advise on?
For policies, to run a country,
yes,
or to develop a country, you must have a vision. Without a vision, you can't do anything. So this party, our main focus is on policies and vision, but we are not going to run on manifesto. We don't use manifesto to develop a nation. We use vision to develop a nation.
What is the vision that you are looking at to develop this nation?
Okay, our vision is on agriculture. But the agriculture that I'm talking about is being coded in the Bible and in Quran. And it's hidden since creation. And I've been able to understand how the meaning is. And I'm able to interpret the meaning of that thing coded in the Bible and the Quran. And we are going to stood on this to form this political party to build Ghana.
First and foremost, let me dig into your background. What is your background like in terms of education?
Oh, well, I went to school a little bit. Yeah, but I'm not like those who were able to further it to university level.
Okay, so you ended at primary level or secondary level?
No, I went to secondary school.
Which secondary school did you go to?
Konongo Dumase.
Konongo Dumase. Hey, your student is here. Better still your former student. Course.
Yeah, great course.
Konongo Odumasi Secondary School. Great course. It's in the house. Okay, all right, okay. So, Mr. Kankam, how did you become a policy advisor?
I've been watching these two big political parties in Ghana and the way the Western world is treating with the blacks. So I took upon myself to think. I'm also a human being. If there is any problem, I think I can come out with some solution. So when I sat down, I decided to think, and I was able to come up with solution whereby it's being even coded onto the Bible and then the Quran.
So it's more of personal training and effienyansa and all those things added, but not necessarily school-wise, right?
No. To develop a nation doesn't mean unless you have to be an intellect,
a scholar, yes,
a scholar or something of that sort, or educated. You see, these two political parties doesn't understand those who haven't been to school, but they are also human beings. They think. So when I sat down and found out that, listen, these two parties are not doing anything. I'm also a human being, whether I've been to school or not.
Yes.
I have brains to think. So that's why I decided to think and come up with this solution. And what BPP is going to implement, no country on this planet can withstand it. Because the thing is being coded in the Bible and the Quran. And I've been able to understand it. So if this party is allowed to come into power to rule Ghana, our policies no country on this planet can withstand it.
This is very interesting. Okay, yes, let me go into the Bible and the Quran. What you're talking about in terms of agriculture. Tell me more.
Okay, you know, they say in the beginning, God created heaven and earth.
Yes.
And created everything in it. After he created mankind, and then give power to mankind to take over what God has created.
Yes.
Okay. After he took us to a place called Garden of Eden. Over there, they say it's only fruits and vegetables are there.
Yes. And animals.
That's it. When we went there, according to the Bible, we sinned against God. So he dragged us out from the Garden of Eden and took it away. But when I sat down and asked myself, has anybody in this world sit down and ask himself that anything that God created is being seen by our naked eye? So what was it in that Garden of Eden that when man sinned, God took that one away? Nobody is thinking about that. Garden of Eden was not made by God. We human beings have to create that Garden of Eden.
Okay.
That's our first policy that we are going to do. That we are going to build Ghana as Garden of Eden. And Ghana is going to be tourist nation for the whole world. And Ghana will be the most visited nation on this planet. That's what we are going to do.
So I'm going to move away from the Bible a little bit, but let me understand exactly how you're going to build Ghana into a Garden of Eden.
You know what? This Garden of Eden will be our... You see, we are going to do 3 phases of farms.
Yes.
First phase, second phase, and then third phase.
Farms?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this farm, the Garden of Eden will be the third one. But the first one is also in the Bible. You know, they say the best friend of God is Abraham.
Yes.
God blessed Abraham and told him, I'll make you big. And you'll be father of nations. So when Abraham grew up, he also gave birth to Isaac. And also God blessed the same Isaac. But when Isaac grew up and then he married, the wife was pregnant. But the wife can feel that her womb, the child in it always is struggling. So they went and do an inquiry about what was in her stomach. And he was told it's 2 nations in her stomach. Okay. During birth, one Esau was coming first, but Jacob was holding
his leg.
Yes, that he wouldn't allow him to come. When they came one day, Esau went outside. When he came back, he saw that he was very hungry, but his brother Jacob was cooking. So he asked Jacob, "Can I get some of your food to eat?" He said, "No, unless you give me your childbirth before I'll give you some of the food." But he thought his brother was joking. But for a while, he found out that the brother
was serious.
Yes,
so he gave him his birthright.
That's it. So he said, "You want the birthright? Take it." So, spiritually, he took the birthright, but Esau never knew. Okay. One day, the father called Esau in his room and asked him, go outside and hunt for an animal to come and cook for me to eat, for me to bless you before I die. When he was telling Esau about this, the mother was also in the room. But none of the father or Esau saw that the mother was in the room. So when he departed from the room and get prepared to go to the bush, the mother called Jacob, "Come, this is what your father have told your elder brother to go and do. Go into your pen, look for the fat sheep."
And he was able to do that, and he brought it over to his father to deceive him that he was the other one.
But
right.
Look, I want everybody to sit down and think. When we say somebody is blessing somebody, it's just words. So words never finish. Right now, you are interviewing me. If we say we are going to talk for 100 years, we can talk. it wasn't a blessing. It was something, a gift that the father intended giving to one of the children. But the father discussed that thing with the wife. And the wife wasn't happy that what the father is having will be given to Jacob and Esau. That's why he called Jacob to come and take that blessing first. It was a gift. You see?
Was that agriculture?
That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to decode everything. And that, when I finish, you know that even Ghana is messing up with its foundation. Look, when Jacob went, he told the father, I finished cooking your food. He said, what? Right now, you've gone to the bush and get some animal and cook for me? He said, yes. He said, no. The voice that I'm hearing is Jacob's voice. So come closer for me to feel that if it's Esau. So when he came, before he was taking the food to the father,
he has some sheepskin around him, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when the father felt the sheepskin, it's okay. The voice that I'm hearing sound like
Jesus' voice. Yes.
But your skin look like Esau. But what I can tell you is that this world that you are in, nobody can take you as slave.
Yes.
You rather would take people as slaves and nations as slaves. So after he has finished and he left, Esau himself came and also cooked and took it to the father. So when he went there, he told father, I've just finished your food. He said, is it not you who came here for the blessing that I gave? He said, no. He said, then your younger brother, which is Jacob, has already taken the blessing. He said, no, father. Why? How can he take my blessing? So also bless me. He said, what I can tell you is that what is hanging on your neck, if you strive hard and work hard, you can take it off. That's what that I can tell you. Now, I'm going to decode it for the whole world to understand. What white people can do that we blacks can never take them as our slaves is the inventions that they are doing. But do you know what was given to us? Okay. What was given to Jacob was the best land on this planet, which is Ghana, our land.
Our land is the best land.
Best, the whole world was given to Jacob. And then the rivers on the land was given to Jacob. And the food that the whole world is going to eat was given to Jacob. That's why when Esau came, he told him, all the blessings is gone. So for we Ghanaians to take over the world and control the world, we must stay in agriculture. Without agriculture, we can never ever develop.
Should we forget about engineering?
Listen, through this, you will identify the potential in your people, and these people will come out for you to see them.
Should we forget sports? Should we forget engineering?
Let me tell you. When Saudi discovered that they have oil on their land, they developed there and used the oil to develop the whole nation.
Yes.
So we are going to use agriculture to develop the whole nation.
Should we forget about engineering?
No, engineering will come out.
Okay.
When we do the agriculture.
Okay.
Listen, the most powerful weapon on this planet is agriculture.
Okay.
The oldest industry on this planet is agriculture.
How do you intend to do this agriculture?
Okay, what we are going to do is that we're going to take 3 lands. But first, we have to seek the land from the kings, because Ghana, we don't have our own land. The land is owned by the kings and the family. So we will go and see the National House of Chiefs to give us some of the land. But they shouldn't show us, this is the area we are going to give you. We have the specific areas that we are going to take. One will be on our river side, the big rivers. We are going to dredge all the rivers. Whilst we are dredging the rivers, we will test the soil around the river to see what type of crop is good for the crops to be grown. Okay, so we will take 2,000 feet from the right side, 2,000 feet from the left side. Then we will use the people who are living alongside the towns, who are living alongside the rivers, to plant. Let's say we are dredging River Pra, but we test the soil to see that it's good for cocoa. So when we go to those living along the towns, living along the river, we will look the marriage between town A and town B. When we get there we will see how many people that we need to employ. So maybe like we get to town A, we have about 200 people. Town B, 200 people or 150 people. It will depend upon the marriage between town A and the other towns. Whilst they are planting the cocoa alongside the river, maybe this river alone can generate about 10,000 jobs. When you plant the cocoa, you can plant plantain, you can plant cocoyam, you can plant yam, you can plant cassava. After, then we add maize or corn alongside it. River Pride is about 600 miles away. So if you are taking 2,000 feet from the right and the left, you end up maybe creating about 2 million acres of cocoa alongside the river, which is going to be owned by the state. After 3 months, your corn is ready. So we will look around all the constituency that we have. We have about 275 constituency. So we will look around any poultry farmer. We will take one poultry farmer from each constituency. So we will come and revalue your asset on your land. When we revalue the asset and we find out, okay, maybe all your assets worth about 5 million, the government is going to invest about 15 to 20 million dollars into each poultry farm. Each poultry farm. So let's say our land or the poultry farmer is going to employ about 1,000 people. Some will go from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, to 2 o'clock, 2 to 10 o'clock, and 10 to 2 o'clock. This is the 24-hour that Mahama is talking about. We are going to run 24/7, 365 days economy.
Are you only going to be looking for land around rivers?
Our next farming, we are going to move all our farms to our highways. Or the next farm, the next stage will be on our highways, but not these highways. We are going to create road networks alongside.
Which is going to be your major crop?
Every crop that can be planted on our land will be our main crop.
Would you plant
everything?
Marijuana?
No, of course. It's part of our plant. Listen, the fear of the whole world is agriculture. But you know, they are deceiving us and they've hyped our natural resources. So we have leave this area where is agriculture, and they've come behind us using GMO to take over what they are afraid of.
So you would plant in Tampe?
Everything that can be planted on our land will be on commercial basis.
Including in Tampe?
Everything, I'm telling you, including in Tampe. It's not part of our plant.
In Ghana, we don't allow it.
In Ghana, we don't allow.
You will allow it?
Of course.
What would you use it for?
We are going to export it. We use it to make medicine and so many things. We don't just smoke. We are going to, listen, God give all this plant to us for we to use to rule over the whole world. So we cannot take some and leave some out.
So BPP, when you come into power, you will legalize in Tampe?
Everything. We are not going to legalize this for people to smoke.
Oh, you don't like the smoking?
No. We are not going to legalize it for people to smoke, but we are going to legalize it to use it to make medicine and so many things that we can get out of it.
But some people say smoking it is medicine. You won't allow that?
What?
Smoking it is also medicine.
Unless it's being prescribed by the doctor. Doctor.
Okay. So you won't allow it for smoking?
No, unless it's being prescribed by the doctor.
So BPP, would you ever come into power?
Of course.
When?
Maybe 2028.
2028.
Because we had our destiny, provisional certificate. Just that we didn't file for presidency because we didn't have enough money to do our campaign.
Oh, you are poor?
We are poor, but you know, when you see somebody with vision, forget about where he's coming from.
But you live in America, right?
Yeah.
You don't have money?
I'm a bus driver over there, so how can I have money?
Oh.
I'm just a common bus driver.
What bus do you drive? Is it Greyhound?
No, the MTA one.
MTN?
MTA.
MTA?
Yeah, Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Ah. And how much do you earn?
My salary, I cannot disclose it.
You can't disclose it.
I cannot disclose it.
So a bus driver is the policy advisor of BPP.
Yeah, let me tell you.
This is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now the policy, there's a phone that is making some noise around me. Is that your phone? Please. All right. So, a bus driver is the policy advisor of BPP, the Black Progressive Party. And he ended his education at the secondary school. And he says that it's not all about school. Yeah, school is important, but the most important thing is natural wisdom.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Natural wisdom. So now when you come into power, would you be a minister of agriculture or you will still be policy advisor?
I will be the policy advisor. I have the vision. We are going to work towards this vision. And even our policy doesn't cover only the food. All the animals, and my vision cover the ocean too.
Ah.
Listen, we've been blessed by God, but our leaders don't see.
Okay.
Listen, Ghana can take over the whole world. Ghana alone can feed the whole world forever.
Wow.
That's my vision.
2 million acres of agricultural land.
Listen, the next one, the Garden of Eden will be in our cities.
Where would you put the Garden of Eden? Would it be in Tamale? Would it be in Kumasi or where?
Ghana is going to be divided into 3 sections.
Okay.
Southern Belt, Middle Belt, and then Northern Belt.
Okay.
So Southern Belt, any city that we get, we test the soil to see which types of crops can be planted over there. And we are going to use this plant as our trees throughout the whole Ghana. So within Accra alone, if you are saying you are destroying the whole Accra, and then sit down with architects, engineers, planners, and the rest, and we are building our cities like the one in US, like New York City. Within Accra alone, we can plant about 100 billion trees.
So the Garden of Eden, tell me again, is it going to be one Garden of Eden or several Gardens of Eden?
Throughout the whole Ghana, every city
will
and
have
town,
a Garden of Eden.
We are going to use these trees as our this plant as our trees. Listen, Garden of Eden, according to them, they say it was only fruit and vegetable. What are fruit? Is it not orange?
Yes.
Is it not coconut?
Ntampe.
Is it not palm?
Tampe.
Ntampe. Is it not cocoa? Is it not coffee? And the rest? So, look, I don't know if you've been to New York City.
This is 3FM.
I studied this from New York City. You know? When they build the road, they leave a pavement.
Yes.
That is a working place for the people to walk to.
Yes.
When you go about 5 feet, 15 feet, you see this tree here. Another 15 feet, another tree.
Right.
So what we are going to do, that I'm talking, is Garden of Eden is now. 15 feet, we put orange here.
Yeah.
Next 15 feet, we put
apple there.
Apple there. Next 15 feet, we put
pawpaw there.
That's it. So if you are using this as tree throughout the whole Ghana, is it not Garden of Eden that you are building?
Oh, that's the Garden of Eden. Okay. We've run out of time and I'm really enjoying talking to you. Let me take your final messages and we are done for the day.
Well, my message to Ghanaians is that this party, we are not coming with a manifesto. We are coming with a vision that Ghana is going to work towards it. And my main agenda is Ghana to control the whole world.
Wow.
That's my agenda. And this agenda that I'm talking about will take about 50 to 100 years for Ghana to achieve it. Yeah, to achieve this is not easy.
All right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. His name is Anokye Kankam. And I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. Catch me again to